Alright, now I'm gonna. Alright, what else? So YouTube, we back on another day. We stream back to back. Ooh, back to back. Not really streaming back to back. It's 1 in the morning. If I was streaming back to back, it'd been like yesterday. But you know what I mean? 2 days, skip a day in a row. Last time we left off, we just lost. We just lost to the Cavaliers 138, 117. Yeah. Before we continue everything, oh man, I cannot speak right now. Oh man. Alright, what up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Rad and Riches live stream. Oh, for the next 2 hours. We just working on them, just having fun. That's all we about to do. But no, you wasn't here last time. Or we haven't been for the last couple of days. Start off on the Rockets. That started off horrible. We started off the season 0-8. It's not doing great. Had to do a new reboot. Had to do a whole new build. Start over. Play for the Pistons now. We 1-1. We lost our last game to Cleveland. Now we're going back to the high school games. Run second game. State championship. I'm going for 3 stars. Working on the girl out of 7 and 6.
And let's go down to the floor as they get ready to announce the starting lineups.
Welcome to the School State at shooting guard. Number 16, Justice Rosenberg. At center.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining our coverage of the Illinois State High School Championship. What a matchup we have between the North Beverly Bearcats and the Plainview Panthers. Drake, what kind of matchup do you expect tonight?
Well, Joe, most fans expect North Beverly to once again take home the championship. But one thing we've learned throughout this tournament,
I feel like I could get all 7 assists in the first 2 quarters.
you cannot count out MP and the Panthers.
Hard to bet against MP with the way he can dominate the game. But North Beverly has a complete roster.
And the Bearcats are the cream of the crop when it comes to high school talent. They have the depth. But we'll see if anyone can match up and slow down MP.
And you look at the roster for North Beverly and the international feel as they recruit from all over.
Oh, for a high school, it's crazy. They treat their program the way a university would. They look all over for the best talent, not just in Illinois, but all over the world.
Chelsea, guarded by Marcita. Inside, 6 to shoot. Here's Dermanenko. Pop the basket, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Dermanenko does have good size at the 1, but his skills are just as impressive. Nice touch on the floater.
And he's going for the alley. The shot by Zabirko, no good. And when you watch Dermanenko on the court for North Beverly, he's as composed as they get at this level.
He's the smallest starter for the Bearcats, but he's sort of like this conductor of a larger-than-life Bearcats orchestra. He moves the symphony, and he collects assists from the giants of North Beverly.
First quarter in about a minute and a half in. To the paint.
That's it now. That's all we need.
Chelsea doing everything out on the court and reaping the benefits immediately.
Oh man, one good one. That's all we need.
Now Dermanenko.
Ace Bailey versus VJ today. Summer League game. I'm not saying Ace Bailey's not good. Definitely a bucket getter, but he gotta start showing. We talking all this mess in the beginning for the season when we started.
To the middle.
Doing all this stuff about who we want to play with. You know, it's the first Summer League
And the
game.
lead
You
just
ready to
gets
show up
bigger
that
on a
much.
ridiculous
8 points,
offensive
3 13
sequence.
from the
That
field.
dunk
I think
alone
that's
would have been
crazy.
spectacular. Never mind it coming on the end of an alley-oop.
Oh, they've got this team hanging on for dear life.
What?
Bearcats foul.
You gonna switch last moment?
Personal foul. Substitution for the Bearcats. Leftos Aslani.
It's 1 in the morning. I got time to go. I'll get mad at 2K for real. I'm trying to do simple pick and roll to get these assists in.
Guarded by Leftos.
Simple.
Pass to Zaderico. Out to Wells.
Hey, put that. Who's that here? Never mind, I thought he was gonna put it.
First quarter of ball. Almost 2.5 minutes
Okay,
in.
never mind. Whatever.
Prachumsi. Down low. And that one goes out of bounds as Plainview will retain possession.
Okay. None of this is making sense to me. Alright. We're gonna be over. We're gonna. Oh, it's. Alright, cool.
Four to shoot. Three-pointer, Patrick Wells.
And the Bearcats come into this final as the favorite. 8 straight Illinois State championships for them. An incredible run.
Okay.
Outside Day.
King crunching. Gotta get it. Rebound.
Aslanaglu outside. From deep three-point range. Day, no good. And you look at the program North Beverly has put together, it's something you rarely see.
Oh, they're a gold standard for high school basketball around here. Great coaching, great teammates. Kids want to play for this team. And if you add it all up, they've made the most of their chances.
Stolen
Bro,
by
come
Bishop.
on, bro.
It's a 2-on-1.
Oh,
Day
wow.
with it. Wells on him. Day with the bucket.
And on the fast break, Day drives to the rim and gets a bucket.
To the inside. Pass to Zaderico. Guarded by Leftos. And stolen.
Right, he had a 75
By Marcita.
pass.
And Wells, a transfer to Plainview before the season. He's been a huge part of their success.
Wells knows how to shoot, something you can always use more of. Likely won't make that jump to the college level, though, but he's a great high school player and a really solid 1-2 punch with MP.
It looks like they're going to have one of those games where you can do no wrong.
Well, they certainly haven't done anything wrong at this point. Stretching the lead into double digits already. Wow.
To the paint. For Holt, the run. And he lays it up and in.
Great work off the screen to move right to the rim. That was picture perfect.
Dermanenko outside.
That's the assist right now. Being down 12
They're
is
off to a
crazy.
scorching start offensively.
They've taken this game by the reins and are running out to an early lead.
Bullet. Set you on
Shot clock and game clock separated by
less.
less than 6 seconds. To the middle. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Clean pass that keeps their offensive momentum flowing.
Come on, man.
Fires from 14. That one doesn't drop. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. North Beverly out front in this one. They're up by 10. Welcome back, everyone. We're here at the United Center. Second quarter of the Illinois.
Dang.
Substitution for the Panthers. Substitution for the Bearcats.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And something to note between these two schools, Plainview has never beaten North Beverly.
Wow, Joe, just lay out the bulldog fact like that? Yeah, I'm not sure I would ever bring that up in the locker room or make this whole point to fire up the squad, but either way, staying undefeated over another team can be a real challenge on that end.
rejected.
Alright. Oh, bro. Come on, bro. Alright, bro. This shit.
Chu with the ball. Dillard covering. That one's good for Chu.
High percentage hoop out in the rock inside.
Plainview really having a tough go here.
Bro, come on, move.
Guarded by Leftos. Rebound by Bishop. Outside Marcita. Bishop. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Alright, this is
The size of Bishop, it's really just staggering for his age. It forces the defense to get reckless trying to stop him.
The first one falls.
And Dillard, another shooter for Plainview. Solid jump shot, but this is a baffling amount of easy layups.
They'll have a few head scratchers each game, Danny. And that one's good.
Man, the court just seemed to open up for him there.
And that was not good positioning from the defense out there.
And here's North Beverly.
You ain't worried about
2 minutes
6 right now.
remaining. 2 minutes.
Here's Day. He's got 5. Inside. Bishop. Oh, and a dunk by Ben Bishop.
That's easy work for Bishop, the biggest dude on the floor.
Passes to Wells.
Yeah, take that 3. Take the 3.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5
Just
minutes played so
take the
far.
fucking 3. Like, they already said you're not going to make it to the NBA. Just take the 3. You can't take the 3? No, you want to do all this other stuff besides take the 3. Take the 3.
No good on that one.
James Marcita is a talented wing who can play at the next level. At 6 foot 10 inches and 240 pounds, small is not what comes to mind for this small forward.
Oh, no, not at all, Danny. It's noticeable how tall he is. And it's unusual to see that kind of mass in a high school win. But again, that's the benefit of the international recruiting that North Beverly pulls from.
Closing in now on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Marcita, and he banks in the layup.
So competitive in the interior. Marcita makes good use of his size, breaking through the contact.
Pass to Zadirko. Down low. For Trumpsy, outside. To the paint.
Hey, give my N1.
So he gets the whistle.
Like,
Contact
come
on
on,
the way
man.
up.
That's a flagrant right there.
That one
Way
on
you
Leftos
gonna
as
do
Montague. And the first
He
one
doing
at
way
the
too
line
much. He
is
doing
good.
way too
And
much.
Ben Bishop, the big man for the Bearcats, 7+ feet in the middle. Hard to miss out on the floor.
Yeah, sticking out on the floor with his height. The mobility is the only question mark for him. He moves like he's 50 years old and drives a minivan. But man, when he gets into position, he's a load to deal with.
Here's Marcita. They get it again. Fouls all that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And there's slashing away. You're probably not going to be able to cut down Bishop. I mean, look at him, guys. He's just too much to handle.
For 2.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on that second free throw.
Joe, Ben Bishop, he's big, and first-time fans are taking photos. I hear everybody talking, too. I mean, if he could gain some more skill, some more speed, he could play college ball.
And the Bearcats with possession here. They have a 19-point lead. And now Marcita. He's got 5. Back to Lee. Fires for 3. That one, no good. He can't hit it that time. A dominating first half of play so far. It hasn't been close. It's the Bearcats up 19. And we'll return right after this break. And we're back. Illinois State Championship second half action about to restart.
All right, let's hockey.
Wells with it, and it might be intimidating for some of these players, playing in such a hollow ground here at the United Center.
I think it's safe to substitute the might for a definitely does. It's bigger here. The sights, the sounds, everything. It's a dream come true for many of these players.
Here's Drumanenko, and from 16 feet away, he cans it.
North Beverly has tools at every level. And when Drumanenko hits mid-range shots, it's confounding to try to stop their team.
Back to Wells. To the inside. To the middle. Zadirko. Some solid defense right there by Danny Coffin. From the baseline. It's rebounded by Plainview. We're having trouble creating any kind of offense.
And you can really sense them tightening up a little bit at this point.
Coach Riley Altman has North Beverly prepared to play this game as if it's on their own home court.
Oh, Coach Altman is a living legend. He's the most decorated high school coach in Illinois State history. And what's great about him is he doesn't want his players to be overwhelmed by the environment. He wants them to stay focused and in the game plan.
Dishes to Marcida.
Made that.
It's rebounded by Wells. Now for Chumsey. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Coffin.
Credit the D there. They got their hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Yeah, stayed very tight on him. Didn't allow him the space he needed to get it. Guys, Marcida is big, but he's also been working really hard to become more skilled, too. Well, no doubt, MP is a legend for Plainview already. Likely to be the first graduate to have ever seen the NBA.
And for someone who's never seen him, MP's athleticism is something special. He's got great basketball IQ, and you can see the potential ooze out of him. This is just the start of what can be a decorated career.
Coffin sets the screen. James Marcida for three. That doesn't go in either for James Marcida. Inside, and stolen by Marcida. Pass to Day. Marcida, Zadirko covering. Back to Marcida. Now here's Bishop. Clock at 6. Now here's Day. Guarded by Rosenberg.
Hey, get my
Baseline
rebound.
J on the way. Panthers pick up the board.
Wells, please.
To the paint. And James Zadirko throws it down.
So many of the players for the Panthers have been a part of the Plainview community their whole life. There have been a lot of legacy names.
Some of the kids have fathers and grandfathers that played for Plainview. It's not a large town, but they love their basketball. Outside, Marcida hits the trifecta.
Entering unfair territory. Marcida already has a huge edge inside, and now showcasing the long ball. The power of the Bearcats is a full display right now.
The second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Effort is the name of the game, and it can overcome inexperience.
Smooth sailing for North Beverly. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Timeout called by the Bearcats.
I can't shoot these and there's no way he's going to come back.
Now right there. The other team scoring at will in the paint.
Right, the opposition is feasting inside. Coach knows he need to put a stop to it.
I'm not even going to get win. I'm not even going to get no stars. Like,
Now Chu. Dillard covering.
nah, you know, no. We're just going to start this over. Fresh new.
Let's talk about Danny.
Fresh new look. Fresh new look. Fresh new look.
Coffin for a moment. The Bearcats power forward loves to clean the glass.
He's got a real pack mentality, too. So when a shot goes up, Coffin is nearly always in the picture, and he's either boxing out or snagging those boards himself for easy second-chance buckets. Here's the Bearcats with the basketball. Dishes to Marcida. Down low.
Yeah, hands up. Yeah. Pull up. No, pull up.
Day. 6 on the shot clock. Dermanenko with it.
No,
Shoots the 3. And that one comes off the assist by Javar Day.
Guys, usually we see Dermanenko give it up, but saw an opportunity right there, and he took it.
Somebody ain't switch. Somebody ain't
Passes
switch.
to Wells.
We just wanted to stay there. Now take the shot.
That's it. He's found his
You finally make it.
Answers right back with a 3 of his own.
We've got a shootout here. Long-range shooting on display.
And when you watch Dermanenko on the court for North Beverly, he's as composed as they get at this level.
He's the smallest starter for the Bearcats, but he's sort of like this conductor of a larger-than-life Bearcat orchestra. He moves the symphony, and he collects assists from the giants of North Beverly.
And watch you do something stupid.
To the middle.
How do you get? If I got a 75 accuracy, I do everything they touch. Everything I pass, they get to touch. It don't make no sense. Everything I pass, they get to touch.
On that trip down.
It just don't make no sense.
Outside, Marcida. Coffin sets the screen. It's James Marcida driving. Panthers pick up the board.
I'm not losing. I can't.
To the paint.
Oh yeah, give me that.
And he comes up with the deuce.
James Marcida is a talented wing who can play at the next level.
We got a little lead.
10 inches and 240 pounds small is not what comes to mind for this small forward.
No, not at all, Danny. It's noticeable how tall he is. And it's unusual to see that kind of mass in a high school wing. But again, that's the benefit of the international recruiting that North Beverly pulls from. I love the rise and fire approach Day has. This is how dangerous he can be off the catch.
And there's the alley. And the ball out of play. North Beverly will have it.
That right there, an inexcusable turnover.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution for the Bearcats.
Here in the first, with just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Yeah, he passed it down the middle. I definitely got it.
Outside, Day.
Oh, this is going to be our rebound.
Inside. And the shot goes in.
Even though Day is known as a shooter first, he understands when to dish the ball, especially when his guys are open.
And you look at the size that North Beverly brings, you have to think that that's going to be playing some problems.
Definitely. That size complicates your ability to run normal sets.
Oh, come on. All right, that was a steal.
Looks at the basket, passing across the court. It's all so much more difficult when your team has a huge size disadvantage.
Now here's Bishop. Pass to Day. Bishop, Zadirko covering. So he earns a trip to the line. And Bishop saw contact and he'll shoot too.
The size of Bishop is really just staggering for his age. It forces the defense to get reckless trying to stop him.
He hits the second from the line. Just under 3.5 minutes have gone by here in the first. Here's Rosenberg.
Oh yeah, he's screen.
Swings it to Gibson. 4-3. And Vlad Dermanenko pulls it down. And Ben Bishop, the big man for the Bearcats, 7+ feet in the middle. Hard to miss out on the floor.
Yeah, sticking out on the floor with his height. The mobility is much more defense. He moves like he's 50 years old and drives a minivan. But man, when he gets into position, he's a load to deal with.
Simple pick and roll. Simple.
He's covered by Bishop. North Beverly will have it. So it's both teams.
Substitution for the Bearcats.
Chumsey. Guarded by Leftos. It's Dillard outside. And that's a foul. Called on Leftos as Lonagoo.
Like,
that is his first foul of
the
the game.
The rest of the way he just threw something in me like that.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute of play. And something to note between these two schools, Plainview has never beaten North Beverly.
Wow, Joe, just lay out the cold hard fact like that? Yeah, I'm not sure I would ever bring that up in the locker room or make the sole point to fire up the squad, but either way, staying undefeated over another team can be a real challenge on that end.
I had nobody on the
And
team
on
playing defense
absolutely
besides
no one stepping up
no
to
one
the
else on the
challenge.
team was playing
Impressive
defense.
move.
Yeah, credit him for good recognition, taking advantage of the opportunity.
And that sequence sort of tells the story of this game when you look up at the scoreboard.
Plain and simple, they're shooting the ball much better than the opposition right now.
Yeah, their offense just looks smoother, getting whatever shot that they want out there.
And it's rebounded by Danny Cawthon. And here's the fast break.
And Lee gets it to go.
Come on.
The defender, little hesitant to get in the way as he bursts to the hoop.
There's the screen.
Oh, man, you pull
A
that.
shot no good
Oh,
by
you fucking
Gibson.
pull that.
Drake, some of these players on these teams have faced off against each other in Club League. Those memories can be an asset in their minds.
Oh yeah, when you face someone before, those lessons learned may translate to in-game advantages, Danny. And that's the thing, you gotta correct past mistakes, keep making adjustments, and get better over time.
Nope. Nope. Wait, let me admit, 75. Pass accuracy is. Alright, let's see what happens. I need to lock some stuff in. We're gonna get on Pablo. What do I got already? What stuff already? Yeah, we're gonna take. I don't know. We're gonna take Giannis layup style, fast style, fundamental. Administration still make a move. Ooh. And we're gonna try this again. Ooh. We got this. You got this.
Can't believe how many North Beverly had to us
Who's no more?
Man.
Ain't no quitting this time. We run what we got with. We can't
Let's
quit.
go down to the floor as they get ready to announce the starting lineups. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining our coverage of the Illinois State High School Championship. What a matchup we have between the North Beverly Bearcats and the Plainview Panthers. Drake, what kind of matchup do you expect tonight?
Well, Joe, most fans expect North Beverly to once again take home the championship. But one thing we've learned throughout this tournament, you cannot count out MP and the Panthers.
Hard to bet against MP with the way he can dominate the game. But North Beverly has a complete roster.
Hey, the Bearcats are screaming the crowd when it comes to high school talent. They have the depth. But we'll see if anyone can match up and slow down MP.
And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Plainview Panthers going against the North Beverly Bearcats. And you look at the size that North Beverly brings, you have to think that that's going to give Plainview some problems.
Definitely. That size complicates your ability to run normal sets. Everything, I mean, even getting looks at the basket, passing across the court, it's all...
Get the fuck out
so
of here.
much more difficult when your team has a huge size disadvantage. Bishop putting the defenders in check. Feels
If they really playing like that, he really dunking on him like that.
Basket is good.
Matter of fact, I gotta replay this. Yeah, that don't make no sense to me. This don't make no sense to me. Cause if he really like this, right? If he really like that, he gonna get the rebound, spin off one on two. Why he not in the lead? That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
That pass was right on the money.
And here's North Beverly.
And in this matchup, you can be sure North Beverly will focus on him. They know he's the cog in this Plainview machine.
MP is that guy. And as he goes, so does Plainview. Doesn't take a lot of scouting to see that.
6 on the shot clock. Javarze for 3. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Day's work ethic is unmatched. He's the first one in the gym in the morning.
Come on,
the
get
last
right.
one post-practice. Working on a shot and improving his game. He sure knows how to make an impression with his throwdowns.
It's not a matter of if he's going to get to the rim. It's a matter of what he will do when he gets there.
This time, showing some style with the one-hand slam.
Now here's Germanenko. Outside, Day. Over Rosenberg. And there's the Bearcats with another bucket.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Day's definitely perfected that shot.
Well, no doubt, and he is a legend for Plainview already. Likely to be the first graduate to have ever seen the NBA.
And for someone who's never seen him, MP's athleticism is something special. He's got great basketball IQ, and you can see the potential moves out of him. This is just the start of what can be a decorated career.
So it's both teams making cheese here.
Substitution for the Panthers. Chad Gibson.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. 6 to shoot. Outside, Day.
Rebound.
No good there with the triple.
He can do that, just couldn't connect this time.
Too much daylight for a shooter of his caliber.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice little feed inside to get a good look at the rim.
North Beverly trailing here. And Wells, a transfer to Plainview before the season, he's been a huge part of their success.
Wells knows how to shoot, something you can always use more of. Likely won't make that jump to the college level, though, but he's a great high school player and a really solid 1-2 punch with MP.
At the line for the Bearcats.
He's perfect so far from the line. Plainview on offense.
Oh.
And that's a foul called on Leftos Lonaboo. That is his first
Every
foul
time
of
they
the
do that, it
game.
should be a foul. When I went for foul, when I go for that layup and they get that easy, that weird animation style still.
Inside.
Man,
Boom! He jams it straight down.
You know, it's so nice to see Wells move the ball like this. This is important to his overall development.
Outside, Marcita. Pass to Dermanenko. Outside, Day. With just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. No good that time. And when you watch Germanenko on the court for North Beverly, he's as composed as they get at this level.
He's the smallest starter for the Bearcats, but he's sort of like this conductor of a larger-than-life Bearcat orchestra. He moves the symphony, and he collects assists from the giants of North Beverly.
He was able to get it out of his
Here's
hand.
Marcito. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in this game from him.
Entering unfair territory. Marcita already has a huge edge inside, and now showcasing the long ball. Bearcats is a full display right now.
Man, I ain't passing him. We going there 2 weeks.
To the middle. Bishop. It's tipped. And he's able to get it back. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Guarded? Hardly. Ben Bishop is built to score over people, and it's pretty simple. I mean, the impressive height, and at the same time, a great professional wrestler, maybe someday with that kind of size.
Now 5 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Gibson. Nice D from James Marcito.
My IQ right now is it's being very low. I'm playing very low IQ basketball right now. We down 40. Yeah.
Javarte for 3. And we've reached the end of the first. North Beverly on top. They lead this one by 4. And stay with us. We'll be right back to get the second quarter underway.
I'm using up my energy.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here at the United Center. Second quarter of the Illinois State Championship getting underway. North Beverly.
Substitution for the Panthers. Substitution for the Bearcats.
Screen!
Wells outside. Right wing. Pass to Porter. Outside, Gibson. Shot clock at 6. Now Wells. It's stolen by Splitter. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Bishop. Good.
Great job taking advantage of the steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Just how you draw it up. Great defensive work and aggressive play in the open court.
Now Wells. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And a huge effort like that is exactly what this team needs.
Getting everyone fired up with an aerial display.
A big-time momentum builder. And no matter how this game goes, what a run it's been for Plainview. The first time they've gotten this far in school history.
And you can tell by how much the town has loved it. Fairy tale ending or not, this has been a year to remember for Plainview. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's the Zadirko. He gets the ball, and that makes it just a single-digit game.
And Zadirko showing a nice touch around the basket.
Down 8.
Now Chu to the paint. Here's Bishop. Zadirko grabs the rebound. Pass to Porter.
Ain't no way you missed this.
Nice D from James Marcito. And the Bearcats with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Aswanabu. That shot off.
Drake, some of these players on these teams have faced off against each other in club league. Those memories can be an asset in their minds.
Oh yeah, when you faced someone before, those lessons learned may translate to in-game advantages, Danny. And that's the thing, you gotta correct past mistakes, keep making adjustments, and get better over time. Obviously, he's not afraid to use his body, but he still needs to stay in control.
And he obviously wasn't right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over the bat.
The first one falls. He's deciding to change it up.
Justice Rosenberg. Substitution.
And so he hits 1 of 2 from the strike. The Panthers trailing this one. Passes to Wells. The shot, no good. And so with it, it's North Beverly. Out to the wing.
Why don't keep losing so much energy already?
Now Coffin. Shot from 12. And it's Patrick Wells with the rebound. Down low. Count it.
You talk about working for good shots. That's a great example.
Oh, come on.
Coffin on the outside. And that concludes the first half. It's the Bearcats leading by 7. Don't go anywhere. Halftime coming up next, and then we'll be back to action for the start of the third.
I want this one called Clicks.
And we're back. Illinois State Championship second half action about to restart. And it might be intimidating for some of these players, playing in such a hollow ground here at the United States.
I think it's safe to substitute the might for a definitely does. It's bigger here. The sights, the sounds, everything. It's a dream come true for many of these players.
And rebound by Bishop. Day with it. Guarded now by Rosenberg. Pass to Dermanenko. And there's the pick. The offensive rebound. Here's Coffin. Nice D from Dave Zadirko. Here's Pachumsi. The three is up. A rebound by Bishop.
Or not.
Now here's Dermanenko. Guarded by Wells. Coffin on the outside. It's Marcita missing.
James Marcita is a talented wing who can play at the next level. At 6 foot 10 inches and 240 pounds, small is not what comes to mind in this small forward.
No, not at all, Danny. It's noticeable how tall he is. And it's unusual to see that kind of mass in a high school win. But again, that's the benefit of international recruiting that North Beverly pulls from.
Now here's Dermanenko. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Coffin. Comes up empty down low.
Well challenged at the rim.
Out of bounds, Bearcats ball as North Beverly will hold on to it. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Bishop. And again, it's the Bearcats missing.
A nice, clean look. That's one you gotta take.
Yeah, it's down,
Pass to Pachumsi. Can't hit it from close range.
Let's talk about Danny Coffin for a moment. The Bearcats power forward loves to clean the glass.
He's got a real pack mentality too. So when a shot goes up, Coffin is nearly always in the position, and he's either boxing out or snagging those boards himself for easy second chance buckets. Here's Wells. To the inside.
That really tall passing a teammate open, guiding him perfectly.
North Beverly leads. On the wing, James Marcita. It's rebounded by Plainview.
Please pull it.
Wells, right side. And a little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Ben Bishop, the big man for the Bearcats, 7+ feet in the middle. Hard to miss out on the floor.
Yeah, sticking out on the floor with his height. The mobility is the only question mark for him. He moves like he's 50 years old and drives a minivan, but man, when he gets into position, he's a load to deal with.
Now here's Zadirko.
Basket, good. Zadirko doubles down there on the interior for some hard-earned points. Full court, man-to-man defense.
And this will put both the offense and the defense to the test.
And that one's good from Marcita.
An absolutely great job on the screen. He removes the defender completely out of the equation.
Down low, deflected, and stolen by Marcita.
Garcia.
Here's Day. And the officials whistle foul on the shot. The bucket and he'll go to the line. Both teams will make a substitution.
And Dillard, another shooter for Plainview. Solid jump shot, but misses a baffling amount of easy layups.
They'll have a few head scratchers each game, Danny. Now here's Gibson. He has 6.
Oh, that's why we put
second
that.
chance effort. He lays it up and in.
Read the bounce and capitalize on that second opportunity.
Nobody else on my
And
team
so with it,
defending
it's
him in
North
this
Beverly.
sense.
13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
Not good. You came enough.
Now Day.
You know it.
Can't cash it in from close range. And here's Dillard. Fires from
You
deep.
gonna put it up.
They get the board.
Oh yeah, please. Now you hit
Pat
that.
Gibson connects it from downtown.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but someone is going to get an earful from Coach for leaving him that wide open.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Day. And it's stolen by Porter. Inside. Here's Dillard. And it's not going to fall for him. Vlad Dermonenko with the defensive effort there. And that one goes out of bounds as Plainview
Substitution.
it up here.
Substitution for the Bearcats.
Here's Coffin. Here's Marcita. It's a tap
All right,
short, but it's good off the front of the rim.
Garcia,
And of
why
course,
not
high
lead?
school basketball around Chicago
not lead,
is
TJ?
competitive as it gets.
There is a legacy here. Yeah, players are chasing the shadow in the shape of the number 23, and it envelops every court in this city. Basketball could be a ticket, could be the opportunity of a lifetime for these athletes. Simply feeling it tonight. Most everything falling in.
Dermonenko outside. Shot on the wing. Rosenberg grabs the miss. The Panthers trailing this one. And stolen by Marcita.
Yes, I mean,
Over Rosenberg. And it's rebounded by Plainview. Just over 2.5 minutes now played here in the final quarter of regulation. Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. That shot off the mark.
Closing down on leads is done by making smart plays on offense and taking care of the ball. It's not done by wasting up those overhead threes like that.
Oh, this kid has so much strength. Coffin dominating the rim, and no one's going to convince him otherwise.
To the middle. Here's Zadirko. And it's rebounded by Danny Coffin. Outside, Marcita. Pass to Dermonenko. Coffin to the paint. An easy 2 points on the layup.
A reliable scorer. He is such an asset for his team.
And here's Dave Zadirko from the arc.
Their success rebounding has been a big key to winning this game.
It really has been a completely one-sided battle on the board.
Pass to Day. Coffin. Marcita with it. Guarded by Rosenberg. Here's Lee. And that one drops for him.
And they continue to pad their lead here late in the game.
They're going to be tough to catch at this point. This game is theirs for the taking.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Zadirko. Pass to Rosenberg. Knocked loose. 5 on the clock. And it's going to be out of bounds to Plainview.
Nope, nope. I'm not asking her nothing. Probably, ideally, would add. Nope, nope. I'm not asking her nothing. 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 I'm not asking
Every game is a new day.
If you're looking for a party this Saturday night, we're bringing you one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. On Monday, they kick off a road trip in Miami, where they'll take on the Heat.
I still can't believe the
Then
Celtics
on
gave up
Wednesday,
Drew
they'll
Holiday
face off
and
against Kyle Lowry and the Philadelphia.
Always will be a crazy move. But they gave up a lot of cap space for money.
Just underway. Richard, you can feel the excitement around the league.
It's one of my favorite times of the year, BA, and after all the hard work these guys put in during the offseason, now we get to see if it's paid off.
Something that the organization loves about MP Grant. He's always letting his game do the talking.
Yeah, he'll respond with a quip here or there, but for the most part, MP lets his actions do the work, not his mouth. He's very mature and as focused of a rookie that you'll find.
Wait a minute.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis in center. The perimeter pair, White and Brown. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Count that bucket.
Determination from Porzingis through that contact.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 11 so far. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, J.D. Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. We talked about some of the challenges that they'll face tonight, not the least of which is defending Jason Tatum. He said the guy plays with so much confidence. He's a great scorer from all three levels. He can go for 40, 50, 60 in a night. We just have to try and make someone else beat us.
And Allie, thanks.
Part of what makes Drew so valuable, he's a guard who can score without the ball.
Inside, here's Abdul-Rauf. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Outside Tatum. Another one falls for Boston.
Over the years, Tatum has limited the amount of mid-range jumpers that he takes, but it is still a natural part of his game.
Here's Abdul-Rauf, pounded by Tatum.
Come on, man. How close I gotta be to do a nice album?
Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Duran. Porzingis misses. Pistons trail by 3. Harris outside. And here's Cunningham. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Brown. If you look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
BA, I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning.
To the middle. It's stolen by Tatum. Holiday passes to Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just like work.
Boston making a switch here. Warford's checked in. And a moment to check out the 2K leaderboard. Here were the best rebounders last season. Number 5 is Jalen Duran.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
to the paint. Here's Abdul-Rauf. Out of bounds. Boston will have it for the Pistons. Hardaway's checked in for Harris. Beasley comes in for Ivy. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Kate Cunningham. Tipped away. And here they come. Here's Schroeder. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
Tremendous player, Al Horford, using that experience.
Brown, that's good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Duran with a screen on Horford. Here's Abdul-Rauf. Up again. Here's Duran. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And Duran doesn't fear the contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's trying to score.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And at 6'10", Jalen Duran is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Brown passes to Cornette. Down low. And Horford powers it home.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Beasley got a piece of it.
I love how
exactly
they
why
attack
they
the
got
boards here in the first quarter.
Lock up in charge right now. He's selling for money. Look at you. Selling the game.
Good. And Brown gets the assist.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
To the inside. Horford with a steal. And another fast break for Boston. The Celtics are running. It's deflected.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Hardaway's shot is good.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Down low.
And
Pass to Pritchard. 1:33 left in the first quarter. Clock at 4. Here's Cornette. Here's Hauser. And the 3 off target. Hardaway against Brown. Buries it.
Ooh,
he's 2 for 4 in this game.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Celtics lead by 8. Pass to Cornette. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Beasley.
oh yeah, good steal. Pass that down.
And he lobs it up top. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover.
That was just dumb. A regular pass down.
44 seconds left to play in the first.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
On the attack, Schroeder. Abdul-Rauf. Horford pulls it in. And the Celtics shooting a terrific 58% to start the game. Excellent numbers. Pass to Brown. Back to Cornette. And it's going to be a 3-second call. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the floor.
Pistons trail by 10. Thompson outside. Got a hand on it. It's Beasley on the wing. And there's a pick. Launches it. That shot off. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Boston out. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
On the court for the Celtics. Second quarter underway. Tatum and Horford, the duo at forward. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Luke Cornett. And it's Hauser in at the shooting guard position. Tatum a screen on Schroeder. Clock at 6. Pritchard, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Nice D from Tatum. Boston leading by 10. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Hauser. Fires from deep. A rebound by Detroit. This is their first chance this season playing Boston. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Out to Beasley. There's a screen. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling into the story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward. Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thank you for the report.
Fantastic passing big. Horford makes great decisions with the ball.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. And there's the screen. Thompson passes to Abdul Rauf, and they pick up 2. Abdul Rauf's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
To the paint, Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
They were fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Abdul Rauf.
I'm talking on myself. He's shot like
no
that.
good.
See, one a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Pass to Pritchard. Now Horford over to the wing. From downtown. Schroeder with a rebound. Pistons trail by 9. Here's Abdul Rauf. And Pritchard pulls it down.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump. Even for him.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Back to Schroeder. To the middle. Here's Abdul Rauf. Abdul Rauf stayed with it but couldn't get it to fall.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Out of bounds. Detroit will have it. And it's time to give you a look at the top 3-point shooting teams from a year ago. The Celtics in second.
They ran a great system last year that put a priority on creating high-quality looks from deep. And it made them the best 3-point shooting team in the league.
And Detroit making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Porzingis has checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for Horford.
Yeah, I'm playing too good. I've never played like this before.
Hauser passes to Porzingis. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Schroeder.
Okay, let me be very, very clear. No matter where he is on the floor, Porzingis is a tough player.
And when Porzingis can be a third option on the team, He is deadly and efficient on target.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Shot's good by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his first points of the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire.
Stop that. Come on, come on.
Kept alive.
Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh,
they
come
kick
on.
it out to Porzingis.
Ain't no way Isaiah Stewart just sat there and let Drew Holiday get the ball 3 times, put it back up 3 times, get the ball for a 4th time, and pass it out. Ain't no way he just let that happen.
Pass to Tatum. Fires for 3. Oh, Tatum slings it from deep.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Tatum with a steal.
I didn't even ask for the ball. I didn't even ask for the ball.
Here's Pritchard. Outside Holiday. Back to Pritchard. Outside Holiday. Inside. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that.
Brushing off the contact look. The dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Now here's Schroeder. To the inside. Abdul Rauf.
Woo! BA, that's lit. Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Boston on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Beasley against Holiday. Outside Porzingis. Off target with the 3.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
A nice shot by Abdul Rauf. Abdul Rauf's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's Pritchard. Right side Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Lets a floater go. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Tim Hardaway.
Smart play by Tatum. Using the fake to get the contact.
Among the best in the NBA for a few years now, Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Harris finds Cunningham. Duran with it. And Porzingis with the block.
You see why Porzingis is one of the best shot blockers in the league. All the length.
Cunningham passes to Abdul Rauf. Now here's Duran. And stolen by Porzingis. Pass to White. Over Harris. And White finishes off the break. Well done.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Outside Tatum. And here's Brown. Outside Tatum. Deflected. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Thompson. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
65.
Welcome, everybody.
The Jazz are not at full strength. They're without the services of Laurie Markkinen, man. Someone gives them that great floor spacing at the 4 and the 5 position. He can play both positions, Ernie. He doesn't have to just stay in that 4. Sometimes they can even move him at the 3.
Yeah, it's a huge test of their depth. Hard to replace a big man who can stretch the floor. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Celtics.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look. Not competent.
Appreciate you joining us.
And with teams making substitutions here.
Let's see if we can make one.
Pass to Abdul Rauf. Now here's Duran. Horford covering. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Jalen Duren. Then it's Tim Hardaway. And it's Q in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
To the middle. Out to Schroeder. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Schroeder.
Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
No, good.
Boston leading by 3. Pass to Pritchard. Brown against Hardaway. Now here's Brown. The D's right on him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hauser. Again, the miss by Boston. Detroit has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Here's Abdul Rauf. 12 points for him. Back to Hardaway. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Hardaway's got his second bucket of the night. And for Boston, they're shooting 52% from the floor so far. Brown with it. He's picked up by Hardaway. Brown scanning the floor. Over Hardaway. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Brown's got 13.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown. It is just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Here's Hardaway. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. Jalen Brown picks one up. Assertive.
Yeah, what they give us? Pass accuracy, 86, speed with that.
You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Pritchard, the pass to Horford. Screen by Horford. Here's Hauser. Gets the 3 to fall. Give him 8 points now.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
It's stolen. There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter here. Pass to Cornette. Back to Horford. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. Pistons trail by 4. Outside Hardaway. A nice shot by Abdul Rauf.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Stuck in that screen.
And Brown's got the ball here for the Celtics. 17 points was their biggest margin.
So somebody pass or shoot that. I don't understand.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Beyond the arc. And Brown knocking down the triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pass to Abdul Rauf. Shoots over Horford. Down low. Abdul Rauf. Pass to Stewart. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another goal.
Number 25, Marcus.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Horford covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Horford with a steal. Here's the break. Here's Brown. Here's Cornette. Nails the baby hook. Cornette's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Hauser. On the court right now for the Celtics. Tatum and Horford, the duo at forward. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Luke Cornette. And it's Hauser in at the 2. It's tipped! To the middle. Tatum with a steal. Now the Celtics on the move. Here's Pritchard. Tipped. It's stolen by Tatum. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
Okay, just some big boy strength there for Tatum. Just put himself in the line.
And that one falls for Tatum. And the Celtics, far and away the best record in the NBA last season, Grant.
Well, they rode that momentum into the playoffs, capturing the franchise's 18th championship, passing the Lakers for the most of any team in the association. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Horford, 6 to shoot. Here's Pritchard, covered by Schroeder. Lets it fly. Pritchard, no good. Pistons trail by 8. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Schroeder passes to Abdul Rauf. Three-pointer, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Hauser, that's good.
Every year that Tatum is in the league, he just improves his passing.
Abdul Rauf, the pass to Schroeder. Here's Abdul Rauf. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. Drew Holiday's checked in for Boston.
Number 4, Drew.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Out to Beasley. 5 to shoot. Oh, there's the alley. Tatum with it. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Detroit. Abdul Rauf's got 7 rebounds in the game.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Boston leading by 10. Lets it go for 14. And it's good for 2. Tatum's got 12 points in just the second half.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Keeping us all give me the Pistons dancer.
And the Pistons making a change here. Fontecchio's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Cornette's checked in for Hauser. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Abdul Rauf. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And this has been a problem for him tonight. Way too many turnovers.
Holland, he's checked in for Fontecchio. Outside Tatum. Here's Horford. And Horford powers it home.
Love the dunk from Horford. He doesn't mess around when he gets inside.
The three is up. And again, no good by Detroit.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
And there's a 3-second violation.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm balling?
Kate Cunningham's checked in for Detroit. Pistons trail by 14. Here's the pick. Inside. Here's Abdul Rauf. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
At the line for 2.
It's both from the stripe, and the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all.
Oh,
yes! Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh!
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play anymore. Here's Cunningham. And again, no good by Detroit.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Tatum finds Horford. On the wing, Tatum, defended by Hardaway. A nice shot by Tatum.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
And that one drops for him. Abdul Rauf's got 20 points.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
Celtics lead by 14. Here's Tatum. Hardaway grabs the board. The Pistons have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. A quick shot there. It's off target. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Holiday passes to Cornette. Right wing. Here's Pritchard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Now here's Cunningham. He's closely guarded. Here's Abdul Rauf. Boston pulls it in. Here's Tatum. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Down low. From down in the low post, it goes. Abdul Rauf's got 8 here in this quarter.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Tatum with a screen. Here's Pritchard. He's watched by Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Tatum. Blocked! Now Cunningham. To the inside. Here's Abdul Rauf. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And some changes here for the Celtics.
Yeah, we lost.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA